9, your first group of cars on the track. So far, Westergaard fastest lap, Smith 2, Holtrup 3, Bundy 4, and Gunderson 5. An A main event here on the year. The 6W, just 5 months ago, this driver was going through triple bypass surgery. And he is happy, healthy, and cleared to compete again. That is Rick Smith in the 6W. Another one of our former track champions, Smith in the 6 dub. The 8W car is Austin Smith. That's Rick's kid. Back straight away for our next one. And that is the number on it, Alan Grimley's 25G. Plant and Family Special. Grimley in 25G. Did not see Rory Smith's 16. Did not see Greg Hibma's 68D. The only couple that are missing. So that'll do. Gordon's 21 is sponsored by my buddy's distillery. Gnome Tree Distillery.
Gnome Tree.
Yes.
Hey, I'm a fan. Distillery, I'm about it.
It's some pretty okay apple pie. You know what I mean?
It's pretty. You would tell us it's great, but you can't remember probably.
It was an interesting night. So Gordon in 21, Smith in 16, Peters in V8, Malmstad in 47, and Hipma in 68.
Ooh, Gordon very sideways over in corner number 2.
Gather that back to me, Corey.
He got it. He was kind of tiptoeing through 3 and 4 and trying to get that car back under him. So far so good with the checkered flag flying here on our final set of IMCA Modified Hot Laps. So Westergaard quickest overall, 15.286. Kevin Smith second. Cole Logan third in his 15 car. Fourth was Adam Holtrup. Fifth, James Bundy. Sixth, Austin Smith. Seventh was Ben Gunderson. Eighth, Alan Grimley. One of the most entertaining drivers,
yes,
I would say, in all of the cars here. But, I mean, you've got Ben Gunderson up ahead of him. You've got Alan Grimley. They both have just a ton of laps here. Adam Holtrup, all these guys, super competitive. Of course, Gordon Malmstat going to bring him to the green. But, yeah, keep your eyes peeled as the racing through the field should be good for 8 laps.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Gordon, Malmstad, Peters, Grimley, Gunderson, Holtrup, Westergaard, and Harmon rolling into corner number 3, looking for the chalk stripe in corner number 4. Green flag flies. We're racing for the modifieds here at Skagit Speedway.
And I'm thinking that start's probably going to get called back, Eric.
I would too, and I think
they were not side by side.
And yep.
So,
I'll try this one.
not surprised to see that. So there's the chalk line in turn 4. Your lead cars need to be side by side, at least approaching that line. So if they don't start right on it, they need to be side by side as they make their way to it. And you saw that Gordon just had the jump there. I don't know if Malmstat was trying to maybe get a jump on it or something, but it wasn't even pulling up next to Gordon. So really, and it's kind of always been the rule that your pole sitter, so in this case Gordon in the 21 is kind of the pace setter, but now you got him side by side here, coming to green again.
We'll try this one again. Corey Gordon brings the field back to green flag, and heat race number 1 gets a little squirrely. That's going to allow the 47 to get away, and a car up and into the wall. The 25, Valley Grimley, he keeps it back going. We stay green.
Gordon sideways all down the front straightaway, and Grimley really the one that got the short end of the stick on that one. We stay green. Malmstadt's your leader after lap number 1. Peters in second. Gunderson now trying to get to the inside of the V8 for third. Westergaard up to 4th from 7th. Westergaard now looking to the outside of Gunderson into 3. He'll try to diamond that car off the corner and get side by side for second here as Gunderson's to the inside of Peters.
3 cars racing for 1 spot, all closing on the 47 too. Steve Peters washes high, and that's going to allow Westergaard to get underneath. Now it's Gunderson and Westergaard racing for that 2nd spot. Here comes Steve Peters now. Drives it in close, watches the front end push tight, and has to lift out of it.
You've got the veterans in Ben Gunderson and Jeff Westergaard. We could call him one. He's raced about everything there is to race. Now the race is for second. Gunderson's going to look to the inside, Westergaard to the outside. The race with 3 cars for the lead. We're 3 wide out of corner 4.
Here comes Jeff Westergaard. Ben Malmstad better running high. Side by side into turns 1 and 2. Westergaard down low. The 47 up high, but here's Ben Gunderson as well. 3 cars all going for that top spot. Westergaard drives it in under the 47. Can he get it to stick off the exit of turn number 4? They bump. Malmstad says no, and Malmstad leads.
It's Westergaard to the inside. Malmstad's going to slip up, and Westergaard's going to take the lead. Gunderson's going to try to tow along with him. It's side by side down the back straightaway. Your new leader is Jeff Westergaard.
Oh.
Malmstad up into the fence, though. He's got a problem. The 47, there's some debris up there now, as I believe we're going to see the yellow flag from leading to now causing the caution. We try and look and see on our camera here.
Oh.
That tire's bouncing all over the place. Probably
Debeated itself, it looks like.
Yeah, there's some more damage there than just that wheel
Oh,
and
yeah.
tire. That was some heavy contact really with the fence. We'll get our safety crew up there to get that debris off the track. But you called it, the 66. We knew Westergaard was going to be coming, and he already from 7th all the way up to the lead.
And that's no disrespect to any other modified driver in this field. They're all stout drivers, but Westergaard has just been able to find another level.
We can. Yep, we're great. All right, good.
Well, all right, so lights go out, and field will be brought back to the green flag by the 66 of Jeff Westergaard. So it's Ben Malmstad in 2nd, Corey Gordon 3rd, Adam Holtrup, Steve Peters, Alan Grimley, and Dave Harmon coming to the restart.
Just a few laps left on this one as Westergaard brings him back to green. Gunderson's going to try to get that car spooled up and try to make a run at it, but Westergaard getting his momentum up there as Gordon makes his way back up to 3rd, but Holtrup's going to try to look to the inside of Gordon down the back straightaway. The race is for 3rd.
Holtrup drives into the bottom, has to pull out of it because Gordon does a good job to block the lane. Can't get a run off the exit of corner number 4. 6 laps in his 8-lap heat race, and they'll see the white flag next time by. Jeff Westergaard has set sail, but the best race on the racetrack is for that 3rd spot. Here comes Adam Holtrup again on the inside.
Holtrup got just a little bit too sideways to get the momentum forward, but that's going to be the best race on the track. As you see your leader blows the cushion, and Gunderson's going to close the gap on him. Not sure that it's going to be enough to get the win as Jeff Westergaard makes his way out of 4. Gunderson sideways. Holtrup is involved, and that was coming to the checkered. Ben Gunderson got up in the cushion, got sideways, and Holtrup with nowhere to go in the last corner on the last lap of this heat race, Eric.
Wow, so Jeff Westergaard sees the checkered flag fly, and unfortunately Ben Gunderson sees a 2nd place finish evaporate into thin air as he goes around in turns 3 and 4. And if you're Adam Holtrup, you're feeling a little frustrated. I think he probably got in and went, oh crap, I'm not going to be able to get out of this one too much.
The Scrap and Stow It employees in the building tonight, as well as our friends from Savvy Bank and our friends from Banner Bank as well. 8 more laps around. Modified heat race number 2. A main event will be lined up by aggregate points from the last 3 modified shows here at Skagit Speedway. In through the corner, we are green. Now, to make the invert on that lineup, the invert will be 12. You have to finish in the top 6 in this heat race, so only one shall not. Yeah, Greg him getting around middle of the corner, but they drive on, and we stay clean and green. Until we don't. Caution.
Yeah, yellow out. I don't know if the caution was just thrown there. Maybe we thought the incident was going to be worse than what it was, but that could have been a lot worse and probably should have. But you saw Hibma get very sideways there in corner 2. Looks like safety crews out there maybe getting something off the track that was ripped off of one of those cars.
Free card for Greg Hibma on
Man.
that one. Squirrely in front of the field, but has her back together, and we'll give him a second try at this.
Reset. Now we know what not to do.
It is Hibma and Kevin Smith. Still Austin Smith in the 8W. Still Rory Smith next to him. His lineup exactly as was coming to our second try. To green we go as they look to be even at the white chalk stripe.
Much smoother start down into corner number 1. Hibma on the bottom, Smith on the top. Smith will get the advantage, but Hibma's around again in corner 2. They'll come to a stop that time down on the apron, and the yellow flag is back out.
Greg missed a learning opportunity there. Well, we'll get ready for the next restart. Let you know K-Pro Auto, Stanwood's hometown auto repair shop, serving Stanwood and Camino Island since 1999. Round 3. Kevin Smith low, Austin Smith high. They did not shuffle the row, they crisscrossed. And we are green. Flying left front tire up in the air is Kevin as he works his way into the bottom of 1. That's Austin, his nephew, trying to drive up and around him. He has got the early advantage, but it can all change here in these corners. Smith high, Smith low, Smith to the lead. After lap number 1, it's Austin in front of Kevin. As Kevin back to the bottom, coming into corner number 1. Down the back straightaway, Kevin takes the lead out of turn number 2.
Now we see the 16 of Rory Smith look to the inside of Austin as Rory's now going to be battling for that second spot. He'll slide up, not quite able to get it sideways down the front straightaway. As yellow is back out.
Looking around, trying to spot it.
I see one of the side-by-sides making their way to turn 2. Not sure if there's something. Oh, yeah, we see them. They're picking some debris up off the track there. Fairly stuck in the track.
Oh, wow. Got that thing wedged hard in there.
Wow. Tossing the infield out of the racing line. But, yeah, something was really wedged into the track there, trying to see a little bit better shot.
Almost canister looking, like it came off an exhaust or header of some
Kevin,
kind.
7K.
As you can see, Smith making a very drastic move to the bottom to show his lane choice preference.
Not surprised. He was getting his car rolling pretty good there. So, restart incoming here, Caleb.
Austin Smith up at the front of the field. Back to green. Is Smith your leader? Carrying the middle through 1 and 2. Rory comes up in the 16 to pressure him. Nothing there. Meanwhile, here comes James Bundy. He's making the high groove work. The 57 looking strong. He looks to go up and around the outside, but that lead is on. Just into the inside goes Smith in the corner, and he's going to have to fend off Logan.
Yeah, Logan got a huge run on the bottom. It's now Bundy's slowing in corner number 2. Bundy had a good run around the outside. That's going to bring out the yellow. Logan was just getting ready to tee up your leader, but the yellow is drawn for the 57 of James Bundy. Slowing, but now back on it through 3 and 4.
Jameson made some hay up in the upper reaches of the racetrack. It was clogged down on the bottom, but Bundy found racing room up top, and then all of a sudden the car gets very slow. All right,
full.
Ford Performance, Ford Bronco is going to be pulling off. And we get back to action with Austin Smith still in front, 3 in, 5 to go. Austin Smith, Rory Smith, no relation. And now Cole Logan. Logan's stuffed up on the outside.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eye on that 15 car. He was getting ready to go for the lead there as Austin brings him back to green. We're back underway. Rory takes a peek to the inside, coming out of 4. But Austin leads comfortably into corner number 1. Logan trying to get the car wound up on the outside. Austin Smith, your leader, down into 3.
It's kind of a smart-looking restart there from Rory Smith, who moved up into the middle groove before turning the car sharply downhill in the corner and worked his way to the low side on Austin. Now it hasn't paid off for him. Logan down low. They'll bang door panels. Sheet metal's cheap, boys. Keep after it. as Logan sails her in down low, and looks like he's got the traction to take over position number 2. 5 in and 3 to go.
Logan's right back to where he was at. He's got that car rolling really nice on the bottom of the track in that moisture groove. As your leader now is going to have to fend him off. Cole's able to drive the car a lot deeper into the corner as he's right up on the bumper of Austin Smith.
Cole Logan, car hiked up on the suspension. You can see leaning over on the right-hand side.
Oh, we got
all
one
that
around,
traction down to the right rear tire, but you're right, one is spun out. They're still on the hammer, though, so we're green. As it is Austin Smith taking the white flag, trying to hold off Logan in the 15 car. Cole down on the bottom, one more pressure out of 2. And to the checkered flag we come. Your heat race winner, Austin Smith, will hang on. Logan second. Third on the way back. Looks like Bundy made the rally to get into that spot. Rich Smith, first race back for him goes 7-4. And Rory Smith will take the 5th spot. One of the biggest sprint car fans you're going to find anywhere.
Anywhere. He's here every single week, up and down the West Coast, everywhere, Knoxville, all this stuff. Oh my God.
You name it, Scott gets there. He is a incredibly positive and fun guy to be around.
Oh, and
I enjoy my talks with Scott.
And the things he's done for Skagit Speedway just behind the scenes, nobody even knows about that Scott's been involved with. But hey, Caleb, we're going green. IMCA Modified AMA.
25 times around. It is the Battle Wagon, Steve Peters. And it is the 8W of Austin Smith leading off the corner. Green flag is out. We're underway.
Peters leads down to the bottom. Smith to the outside, but we're going to see the yellow start probably getting called back. As Peters did get a pretty good jump on the bottom, Caleb, we're looking for a better start there at the chalk line.
Lineup not exactly what we thought it was going to be. It looks like Gordon's requested the back in the 21 car. He's supposed to be on the pole, and he is starting outside dead last. So, if the lineup is not how we said it, sorry. Sometimes things happen.
Rick Smith stopped on the back straightaway there in the Interstate Batteries outrageously dependable restart zone. So enjoy some couple more A mains here and a huge Les Schwab fireworks show coming up after the races.
This main event, one more main event to follow, and then the night sky goes nuclear. Peters, who is on a win streak, by the way. Last week's Hornet winner. Took a win at Evergreen Speedway last night. I want to say bumped pass or something like that. Who knows?
We're back green.
And it's on the pole of the modified main event. On the bottom, but this is Austin Smith getting out to the early advantage in the 8 car. Smith leads. Logan has worked his way to second, and there is your defending track champion, Jeff Westergaard, hauling the mail on the high side. He's got 3rd on the opening lap.
I was going to say, lurking there in the 3rd spot, it's Westergaard. He was right up on him there through 3 and 4. Smith and Logan now tucking into the bottom, and Westergaard gets that car driven really hard into the corner there. 3 down the front straightaway, throw a blanket over.
Westergaard, who has been working down in California and flying home for the weekend, got up, had an extra day due to the 4th holiday. A little more time to work on the race car as he is rolling in on Logan. Now, Logan's got that thing dialed in pretty nice. He is right up on Smith. Those 3 look awfully stable out in the front of our field, and Logan making the bid for the lead down the back straightaway.
Those 3 cars making their way out to the front as Logan's going to peek to the inside of Smith. Smith sideways. Smith is sideways. He's in the berm, and the yellow flag is out.
Now, Smith around. Logan kept going. That means Logan will be on point here as your race leader loops it all by himself. We'll have a new race leader at the beginning of lap number 4. You can have some of their non-alcoholic options as well. You like it, follow them. Alger Bar and Grill on Facebook. Daily specials are there. Happy hours Monday through Thursday, 3 to 6. Call for takeout and you mention Skagit Speedway. You get $1 off your family chicken bucket. That is the Alger Bar and Grill winner chicken dinner.
Lights out around Skagit Speedway. Cole Logan leading the field back to the green flag through corner number 3 into 4. Logan back on the hammer. We're back green.
Rory Smith taking advantage of the start of the inside of Westergaard. Westergaard going all the way up into the fluffy stuff. That'll cost him some track position. Let's see if he can run him back down. Upstairs is Westergaard. Hard on the hammer, drives all the way back around Smith. He He made a corner and a half while Smith only made one corner, and Westy back into second, hunting your lead.
Yeah, Westergaard able to get that car, just the momentum going on it like crazy, able to really hit the top in 3 and 4 to get the drive, but still your leader out front's Cole Logan as we've got a few battles throughout the field. Austin Smith back there with Corey Gordon.
That's Big Smoke showing off the 68 of Ben Gunderson, who's running about position 5 right now, and you can see he's got the 007 James Bond smoke decoy coming off the back of that car, making it impossible for Adam Holtrup to see anything as he trails him around. Now, hopefully it's just a line that came loose, but if it is, he might be puking out all the oil in that race car, and the oil pressure sensor is going to go off sooner rather than later, alerting Ben that something's going wrong.
As Holtrup's behind him, just ripping tear-offs with that stuff flying out of the back of the car. Meantime, though, your leader, the top 3, 4 really have just spread out and will soon find the first lap car here of Dave Harmon. Is Cole Logan your leader, really comfortably out front?
It's Dave's first night of the year after taking the first half of the season and much of last year off as well, so we'll see if Logan gets a consistent line to follow him around. That is your leader, working his way into lap traffic, and you can spot him on the back straightaway as we speak. Logan has gotten by. Westergaard gets by now. He is the second place car in the 66. Smith, the third place car in the 16. As we've got drivers off the hammer, and we have got a stoppage.
Gunderson over in turn 4. We got the fire and safety crew over getting to him. Saw some flames out the right side of that car as he came to a stop, so safety crew there very quickly to address the situation. Ben Gunderson out of the car there in car 68 in corner number 4.
Remember that moment where you lift the lid on the barbecue after having it down for a little bit? Well, you can see him shooting the air cleaner up on top.
Get that momentum built and sneak by Logan if he makes any sort of mistake in this race. We're 9 laps into this 25 lap A feature. Lights are out. We'll go back green this time in corner 4.
Logan has led since lap number 4. Back to green. Smith up the top, trying to pinch Westergaard down. Westergaard holds strong. There's Kevin Smith working the inside of Rory Smith. No relation there, as Kevin takes over third here in the restart.
Kevin got a good, nice run through 1 and 2. As now Smith and Smith make contact out of corner number 4. Kevin, and we're back yellow here in this A main. Oh, we got a car stopped over at the entrance of corner 3 there.
Ben Malmstad is the guy stuck with the window net down.
Saw him slowing and then just not able to make that turn into the infield there in car 47. So next time through corners 3 and 4, we will go back racing here.
Are you sure? Can you promise me?
I cannot promise anybody,
All right.
but that's what all indications say. Flagman had the furled green and lights are out.
Started 15 down to 9. Been some attrition here in this race. Still a long ways to go, though. Racetracks really lent to good racing when they can get up and going. It's nice and slick through the middle. Some moisture to hit up top and down low.
I was going to say, nice 2-groove track here for the modified.
Logan brings us back to green.
Slow restart for Logan there. Through when we got cars together on the front straightaway, it's Kevin Smith sideways and Austin Smith as well. Smith still rolling backwards down the track in corner 1, so
the 2 of the 3 remaining Smith family members both face in the wrong way. And they race sprint cars and in other divisions, they say the throttle control on these is extremely tricky. It's a very throttle-driven car, but it's not similar to anything they've ever done before in the way that the car reacts when you get to and from the gas pedal. So it's part of the learning that goes into driving one of the modifieds. Logan again, Westergaard, and Rory Smith. Back to green.
Rory Smith to the outside around Westergaard there. Slides all the way up Westergaard with the run on the bottom. He will trail Logan down the back straightaway. Rory Smith, though, with a good run down the back. Not able to get up next to Westergaard as Cole Logan will come back to lead this lap.
Got some tire banging going on further back in the field. Your top three trying to break away from the rest of them. Adam Holtrup saying, high groove, don't mind if I do. Little rooster tail going as he loses a spot to Austin Smith down on the bottom.
Driving it in really hard around the top of this racetrack, though. He's trying to get that momentum built up as he peeked to the outside of Smith, but Smith took the line away down the front straightaway. Holtrip still tucked up in the cushion as he'll lose another spot to the 7K.
No mirrors in these cars either. It's all feel as to where your fellow driver is. As here comes the nephew and the uncle doing battle coming off the corner. The 8W of Austin Smith and the 7 of Kevin Smith. That is for position number 5. Kevin gassing her up down low, has an angle on Austin, getting into the third corner, but has to stab the brake. Can't quite make the car get all the way around. Austin holds position for now.
Field starting to string out single file here as Cole Logan comfortably out here in the lead, about a second lead over Westergaard, and then another half second back to Rory Smith. So Cole Logan setting the pace here in this one.
Logan, you can see the advantage, hiked up on the suspension. Has that car handling like a dream as he rolls off the corner. And with 10 to go, he rolls around. Greg Hibma facing the infield. Caution flag is out. Time at 19. A feature win for him would tie brother Rick at the top of the list with 20. Westergaard is rapidly climbing the list. He's currently tied for 6th with 5 feature wins. So a feature win would put him in sole possession of 6th place, and one behind Craig Moore all time, who's got 7.
Back to green we go. Cole Logan leads him down as he'll tuck into the bottom of 1 and 2. Westergaard will get to the bottom as well. Another good run for Westergaard down the back straightaway.
You saw Smith, the car kind of unloaded on him, but he gathered it back together before Kevin Smith could get underneath him. There goes Westy, kind of entering up racetrack, seeing if there is any moisture to grab on up there. Logan continuing to lead and keeping that couple of car lengths worth of advantage as Westergaard creeping higher and higher on the speedway. We're down to just a heat race worth of distance to go. 17 in, 8 laps remaining, and Rory Smith is looking for 2nd.
I was going to say Westergaard kind of found that that middle groove where there's really no grip. He's got to be more, get a little bit higher on the track as it's your Corey Gordon there. He was running, gosh, in the top 5.
He was as high as 4th at one point in time. Started dead last, doubled up behind your leader, Cole Logan. Jeff Westergaard and Rory Smith have been in 2nd and 3rd for what feels like forever here, and there's been no movement between the two of them. Even with Westergaard searching, he's been up, he's been down, he's been looking for room, and Rory just has not had the speed or combination yet to get by him and take that position over.
Yeah, he knows he needs to be on the bottom here on this restart to try to get that drive, as Cole's going to get a good jump out of 4 here. Smith will try to get to the bottom to get that forward bite. Westergaard trying to get spooled up on the top to get his momentum going. And Smith now into 2nd.
There it is. Position change for 2. Although Westergaard's got speed through 3. He will come off and try to get back to Rory Smith, but Smith's got it right now. As Westy tucking in down low, he's got to run for 2nd place. Showing the nose to Rory. Rory drives away on the back straightaway to hold it.
Cole Logan's wanting this to just keep fighting for that 2nd spot, because if Cole can hit his marks, he can probably get away from these guys. But man, they are trying to keep him in sight because they don't want him to get away with just 5 laps to go.
Look at Westergaard finding the bite on the outside to get back by Smith by just a hair. 5 to go. Cole Logan's in danger here. He has not been able to get back out to the advantage that he was in. Hugging the low side of Skagit Speedway as Westergaard's got the prop plane wound up around the top. Here comes Westy.
Logan's missed the bottom the last couple times through 3 and 4, and now we're going to have another yellow. It's Austin Smith spun in corner number 2, and the race for the lead is going to hit pause yet again. That was setting up to be
Fun.
a very entertaining 5 laps. But we'll have to start over again. Yeah, so
That's
Cole probably kind of wanted to see those guys side by side to try to fight for that position, but we'll see what happens as this unfolds.
All right, can we finish 5? Logan, snail's pace down the back straightaway, and you can see Westergaard trying to angle his way up to mimic that line that he'd been having out of the corner. We are back to green. All eyeballs on the top 3. Jeff follows him into 1 and 2. Smith will keep him close. In fact, Smith runs right up to the bumper on the back straightaway and dives to the inside here. It is Westergaard trying to get up, but it is Logan, Westergaard, Smith on the restart, 4 to go.
Cole had a lot better run through 3 and 4 there, but Westergaard's going to pull almost back up to the rear bumper in 1 and 2. Logan stretches the advantage to about 2 car lengths down the back straightaway as those 3 are bumper to bumper through corner 4.
Surprising that Jeff hasn't gone all the way back up to the top shelf here, as he is tucked in and losing ground to Cole Logan. We're coming in 2 to go. Westy's going to have to go for it now, and there it is. Set sail up and around the high side. Can he build the momentum as we're down to 2 laps left?
Next time by will be the white flag for this IMCA modified A main event. Cole Logan with at least 6 car lengths down the back straightaways. Now Smith's going to look to the inside of Westergaard coming to the white.
Second place in question with 1 to go. It is Logan. Westergaard up top. He's going to bring it back down low in 1 and 2, and he made up a bunch of ground. Logan, I don't know if he just missed it, but he gets back to it. Final set of corners. Big run, but Logan hangs on to win his second. Second to Westergaard and third to Rory Smith. That one looked like it was going to be a lot more passive there to the end, and then Cole Logan's 1 and 2 was substandard. And that gave Westergaard a chip and a chair coming into the final corner, but Logan hangs on.
Yeah, Cole had a huge bobble over at the bottom of 1 and 2 there on the last lap, and luckily was able to gather it back up. And Westergaard not able to really make a challenge on the 15. So your winner will make his way into the infield. Of course, IMCA modified tech eyeballs got to take a look at the car here to make sure everything is legal on those top 3 podium finishers. As Logan makes his way onto the scales there in the infield.
Back up, back up.
Well, tries to
back
make
up.
his way.
Put it in reverse. There you go. Push back down, flip it, reverse it. And try again. There we go.
Green light is on. Cole Logan has met the minimum weight requirement here in the IMCA Modifieds.
So Logan wins number 2. Congratulations to him. We'll get second and third. You'll see them start to go through with templates and such, checking the legality, making sure that it meets all the bodywork requirement rules, although to me, running those kind of templates is silly, and especially if it's ride height, doing it after the race as opposed to before.
There's a lot of contact in these races.
There is. Imagine if a tire was down just a hair.
Variable
right?
Measurements there on those cars.
However, if they're measuring the distance between like a body panel and a certain part, okay, I get that.
Sure,
right?
sure. Clearances. And there's his sister down there, crew making their way down to the car. There he's out of the car, folks. Cole Logan is your winner tonight in the IMCA Modifieds. He'll make his way up to the podium with Jeff Westergaard and Rory Smith. Hugs from his sister and dad down there in the infield. And Cole, make your way up to the podium and we'll get a winner's interview with you up there.
Grady Robertson, our pit chief, pointing him the right way as Westergaard's still working on getting out of the car. So Cole to the podium, and the rest of the drivers follow him there because we got to do trophies. We got a 360 main to go, and then it's fireworks time, Les Schwab style, here at Skagit Speedway.
gets a big hug from his mom, gets some money, and we'll get him on up here from 6th to 1st. Cole Logan gets it done for his second year. He got some money from Mel Decker, the birthday boy. And Cole Logan, your second of the year Man of War Nutrition, but you get that one done.
Yeah, that car is best I've ever had this car. Me and my buddy been working on the car for a couple months. It's just been tight and tight and tight. And we finally got the car freed up enough where we were able to maneuver, and here we are.
What did you do to get the car freed up enough? What adjustment did you make?
Well, I can't tell you that.
Fair enough. Don't want to give away those speed secrets, but man, you had to work through so many restarts. How did you differ and keep the guys guessing behind you?
I just kind of was just screwing around out there and just picking a spot and choosing, you know. I didn't really have a spot or any rhyme or reason to it.
Who do you need to thank tonight?
Variant Construction or Excavation, Right Way Plumbing and Heating. I'm blanking. There's too many. Walker Racing Development, Oval Track Supply, Jensen Septic, Four Seasons Landscaping, County Mechanical HVAC. I'm sure I'm missing some, and all my families and friends.
Well, Cole Logan gets it done in the IMCA Modifieds. Westy, Jeff Westergaard, comes home in second. Man, you were railing that high side. What were you doing up there on Skagit Speedway?
Trying to pass this guy? No, that was a pretty cool track. There was a little bump going into 3 that I had to figure out how to get through it, and I started short sliding it to try to slide up to the grip and try to get a momentum on him. But then I would try it down in 1 and 2, and one time it would work, and the next time I wouldn't get any grip coming off. So I moved down midway through the race. I think I made a mistake moving down, but I should have stayed up high. He was fast. You could tell he was starting to get tight and I don't know if he was getting nervous or what, but he kept driving into the corner and pushing and coming up the track. And I made a gear change, and I don't think I should have. I just couldn't get off the bottom like he could. He had a lot of pull.
Well, you got one run massively there at the white flag. Coming off of turn 2, what'd you see there?
I just buried it in there. I was like second, third, I don't really care. So I'm going to bury it in there and try to hit that bump and get a good grip, and it just kind of got tight on entrance. I mean, we got a good run, but just couldn't make it happen.
Well, Jeff Westergaard comes in, and Rory Smith will round out the podium here in third. All three of you really battling, and you were looming there throughout times. Anything you would do to try to get yourself up into a better position?
You know what? I was third. Felt like I was pulling on them a little bit at times, but I learned a lot behind these guys. They got a lot of experience, and they were showing me the line, so it was a win for me tonight.
What type of things did you learn?
This is the first time I've been on a little bit of a slicker track, so just run the bottom. Jeff ran the top. He was pretty quick up there. I was more comfortable along the bottom, so that's just where I stayed.
Well, Rory Smith gets it done in the third position tonight here at Skagit Speedway.
Thank you, Eric. Congratulations to our modified top 3 tonight. Heck of a night for the driver at the top of the podium. Congratulations to Cole Logan. Well, race fans, thank you for sticking with us